black and chop. We got dope head. Dope good. And them talk. The manga reviews. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe. We finna set it off.
Follow the Black Saiyan on all social media. Don't be a delinquent about it.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. It's your boy Black Saiyan, and we back with another video. Today, we're gonna be doing a synopsis on basically Android 21 and the possible prediction of her appearance in Dragon Ball Super in the upcoming arcs. And so, without further ado, if y'all new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that notification button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that bell so you can be notified every time that we upload. And other than that, we on. So, where we first start off at, right? So, if y'all seen our review on Dragon Ball Super Manga 101, right? Or if y'all seen the Manga 101, y'all know that Carmine is still alive. Now, one would probably say, well, Carmine, he's no one. He's no one to be feeling, like he could potentially be a threat, right? But one thing about Carmine that y'all gotta realize is this is a guy that, he don't give up. He in one-on-one, Manga 101, he put up to Gohan house and shot at his house. He just seen what all these folks did. Pan beat him up, and he pulled up to the house and shot at the house. So with that being said, Carmine don't give up, you know what I'm saying? And with that note, we can assume that, because he was very close with Vegeta, he was his right hand man as well, just like Officer Black, what's his name, Colonel Black or something like that, was Magenta's father, grandfather, you know what I'm saying, right hand man, Commander Red, right? So Magenta is holding it down, and Carmine is holding it down, and Magenta, I'm pretty sure Magenta told him a lot of stuff. He was open to the man because that's all he knew. So he probably told Carmine what Vomi, which is, and y'all don't know who Vomi is it would be Dr. Hito's grandmother. She had a son. She had two sons. One son was what's his name? Gevo, and he was like basically who Android 21, not 21, but 16 was before he was turned into a cybernetic android. And then she had another son. Her other son was, he's yet to be named or even given a picture of, but he is Dr. Hito's father. So obviously he's somebody that's probably intelligent, and more likely he's gonna come into the picture in the future, because they always do stuff like that. There's no way that you're gonna leave this man family out and he's gonna work for Casa Corporation, and they done already given this information out about his family. So it's something to give and it's something to take from them showing and displaying that information. So Vomi basically is the wife of Dr. Gero. So even with knowing that, let's just let that sit. So Dr. Gero married this woman. Dr. Gero is a scientist. Now that, like, damn, a mad scientist, right? Even the kids, 17 and 16, they was kidnapped. So Dr. Gero basically married Vomi, and at some point she was turned into. Because when you look at her, look at Vomi. Vomi has the blue eyes. Vomi has the teenage-like face. And basically, she has that same kind of look that you would basically associate with the androids. I mean, she kind of look, even Android 18 has the blue eyes. But, you know, there's no telling. But in the games, they talked about her as if she was Dr. Gero or like long deceased wife or something, right? But what if Carmine knows that she's actually stored somewhere or knows where she's buried, right? And he gets so, because you see this man, he pulled up shooting at Going house. He's desperate. What if he came and what if he came at least, or she's inside of a laboratory stored? Or what if he knows where she's buried and he takes her body up, right? And, you know, basically take it for experimentation on bringing her back, right? And and we know that so before I even tell y'all how she would even, what they even use to change her into Android 21. Let's just give y'all a brief history of how she was and what she stand for, even before, like what's her background, right? So she was a researcher, right, for Red Ribbon Army, and basically like a research scientist. So she was a scientist, but she was a researcher, but she was a scientist as well. So she know how to play with genetics, and she married Dr. Gero, so I'm pretty sure for him to marry her, that means he seen something in her. You see what I'm saying? So she must have been smart as a motherfucker. So basically, she worked for Red Ribbon for a while, and at some point she transitioned, like, cause in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and I'm gonna just tell y'all this might be a little Easter egg, right? This might be a little Easter egg for y'all. She worked, and if y'all got the game, y'all know, she worked for Capsule Corporation in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And I really find that odd because she worked as herself. Like in Dragon Ball Z Fighters, she was Android 21 by that point. And Kakarot, she was like, you know, she was like kind of, and then she was dealing with an older version of, a younger version of our Z fighters, like the younger versions of them, not what they had in Super. So I think, me personally, I think that was an Easter egg to show y'all that she gonna start work. I mean, come on now, like, her son works for Capsule Corporation. So I feel like at some point they could bring her to where he could bring her back to life. She could try to come back to infiltrate. Or they could just, not even that, they can just introduce her and she can learn of her son working for Capsule Corp and actually come back when she's supposed to be quote unquote deceased, right? And like I say, she has the android look, so she could be an android already. But the thing why I feel that, the reason why I feel the Carmine theory works out the best for this situation, because when you think about it, you know, he's anxious, he's trying to make something work, and everything, you know, he's nothing but a human. The best he got is that gun. That's why he's slaying so much. That's why he shoots so much, right? So, and he, you know, he got whatever's left of the army, but I think the whole base was destroyed, so it's really nothing left of that. So the first thing he would have to do is extract Buu DNA, Majin Buu. Now to do this would take a I mean, he's desperate, so I'm gonna say a brave individual. So he's definitely courageous. He's definitely brave, and he's definitely. I mean, he worked for the Red Ribbon Army, right? So they're, you know, very sneaky. Just even how they got all the DNA of, of the Z fighters back in the day when the original cell. They've been on this type of timing. Even whenever you thought they didn't have the technology, they had it. So they would have to use some kind of technology to extract Boo's DNA, and at that point, injected it into Vomi, and it's crazy because I'm thinking about it because Carmine said that Red Pharmaceuticals is still alive. It's just the Red Ribbon Army was destroyed. So does Red Pharmaceuticals have a laboratory? That's a question. That's something to wonder about, because it still gives them headquarters of mutation and all that type of stuff. So not to say that they're gonna find somebody as smart as Dr. Hito, but finding Vomi, shit, I mean, that in itself turns the table in this whole, and you already know that every villain that come after is always stronger than the last villain, or seem to be, on par with the last villain, right? So with Android 21 even becoming a antagonist in a future arc post superhero, just references how strong she would be, or how strong she is, even dumbed down in the games. The games is already thrown her out, right? But who knows? They might create DLCs and all that type of stuff. But she's already been inside of damn near all of the games. So they don't put they like Dragon Ball Z. The one whenever they got the Xeno Goku and the Xeno Vegeta and all this, she's not present in that timeline. So it's she's strictly to games, so it gives you the, where did she come from? What made them get this idea? And my guess is that they already had her wrote into the script up until this point. They was at this point whenever they put her out, writing wise, maybe not illustration of the manga and she already and all that type of stuff, because I feel like they probably put these manga pages out 2 months, 3 months prior, something like that. But I feel like the written scripture probably extends way past what we think it is. So they just have to get the money to make it work, or get the production to make it work. But other than that, I feel like also when you look at it, right, Black Frieza is alone. The main thing Black Frieza needs right now, right, to take on all of these individuals, Broly, Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, he gonna need some allies, man. I ain't gonna say one ally. I say, not to say he ain't strong, because he just, one tap Goku and Vegeta in their strongest forms, but Broly and Gohan and Piccolo, this a lot for him to deal with by himself. So he gonna need some allies. And who was to say that Android 21 wouldn't be the perfect ally? They already have, both of them have this personality of being conniving and being being very when they have something that a goal that is set, and who knows, she might feel a certain kind of way because of what they did to Jiro, what they did to what might feel betrayed of what Hito did. You know what I'm saying? And that can drive her to be to pick a side and stay on that side. and it changed the whole the trajectory and the whole dynamic of Dragon Ball Super. It gets serious, and it's already getting serious. Even though they throw little comic points in there, we can feel the seriousness throughout Dragon Ball Super. You know, and when like the Tournament of Power, we had we had universes being erased. You know, we almost might feel like we in good hands whenever we got Goku and Vegeta and all, Gohan and our beasts at Earth to protect. But we know that whenever they write a new enemy in, it might not always go how y'all think it's gonna go. So, but with that said, that's the end of this video, man. If y'all feeling the kind of way about, how, about what do y'all feel about Enjoy 21? You think she can be part of the canon, or you think that she's just has a place in the video games or I guess Dragon Ball Heroes? Other than that, share with your friends. Let them know that we own every time y'all here, because you already know we're gonna do our thing, man. And we engage with each other. Hit that comment section. I would like to talk to y'all. But other than that, it's the Black Saiyan. Salute. Yeah.